Well, what makes me so confident that I can win is I'm the greatest fighter in the world.
It's not that I'm bigger and stronger and so much physically more than them.
Since Ronda Rousey is the new Strikeforce Women's Bantamweight Champion.
You're a huge UFC fan.
Yes.
What happened to Rousey?
She got her butt kicked quickly.
Couch and new and still.
Well, what makes me so confident that I can win is I'm the greatest fighter in the world. These words echoed through arenas worldwide as Ronda Rousey dominated everything in her path. Yet destiny had different plans brewing beneath the surface of her seemingly invincible reign. Ronda Rousey transformed from an Olympic judoka into the undisputed empress of mixed martial arts, only to witness her empire crumble spectacularly before millions of stunned observers. The athlete formerly celebrated as the feminine equivalent of Mike Tyson, the seemingly indestructible UFC champion capable of dismantling any challenger within moments, ultimately fell victim to her own overwhelming pride and hubris. Her catastrophic downfall began with Holm's devastating head strike and culminated in a crushing loss to Amanda Nunes, followed by an bitter exit from the organization that made her famous. This remarkable transformation from glory to disgrace represents one of the most shocking reversals in athletic history. Between 2011 and 2015, Rousey compiled an extraordinary record of 12 consecutive triumphs, establishing herself as an unstoppable phenomenon. Her Olympic judo expertise created a whirlwind of destruction inside the octagon. Swift, accurate, and absolutely relentless, her trademark submission hold became a haunting specter for competitors. 9 of her dozen victories concluded rapidly through this devastating technique, frequently within the opening moments of the initial round. These contests transcended ordinary competition. They became exhibitions of pure dominance. Spectators anticipated breathlessly at each opening bell, then exploded in amazement as Rousey struck, while adversaries struggled against her lightning-quick assault. The statistics speak volumes. She demolished Katsungano in merely 14 seconds, conquered Miesha Tate in under 60 seconds, and annihilated Alexis Davis in just 16 seconds. These stunning accomplishments provided her devoted supporters every justification to declare that Rousey didn't simply triumph, she obliterated opposition. While audiences witnessed dazzling exhibitions of rapid knockouts that left crowds erupting before contests could properly develop, experienced observers recognized a troubling reality lurking beneath the spectacle. Rousey had evolved into essentially a single technique specialist. Though her submission mastery approached perfection, her stand-up combat abilities remained conspicuously underdeveloped. She seldom encountered adversaries capable of neutralizing her signature approach, allowing her victory sequence to extend far beyond reasonable expectations. However, Rousey's overwhelming arrogance during this period blinded her to these limitations. In media appearances, she audaciously declared herself the planet's premier boxer and challenged anyone to attempt landing strikes against her. "No one can touch me," she proclaimed with supreme confidence. "I'm invincible." These statements weren't merely self-assurance, they were the foundations of complacency, silently establishing roots and preparing to flourish into catastrophe. Disaster materialized at UFC 193 in Melbourne, Australia, when Rousey confronted Holm, an opponent unlike any previous challenger. While Rousey represented blazing aggression, fierce and boastful, Holm embodied controlled composure, serene and respectful. With her championship boxing background, Holm introduced disciplined strategy to the octagon, emphasizing fluid movement and surgical precision. Before their encounter, she honored Rousey's accomplishments, acknowledging her as a dangerous competitor while refusing to engage in provocative exchanges. The contrast extended beyond fighting approaches to fundamental attitudes: arrogance versus humility, illusion versus reality. When combat commenced, the world observed a transformative moment. Holm remained unshakable. Unlike Rousey's previous opponents, she maintained optimal distance, utilizing sharp jabs and continuous movement to disrupt Rousey's aggressive patterns. Meanwhile, Rousey, still intoxicated by beliefs in her own invincibility, rushed forward seeking her signature submission. This time, she encountered powerlessness. Holm effortlessly avoided her attempts while responding with accurate punches that left Rousey staggered. For the initial time in her UFC journey, Rousey failed to conclude her opponent in the opening round. Rather than disappointing spectators, this only intensified anticipation for the subsequent round's explosive potential. But harsh reality had alternative plans. By the second round, Rousey appeared visibly drained and disoriented. Then Holm delivered her historic head kick, connecting directly with Rousey's skull. The impact resembled thunder, sending Rousey crashing unconscious before 56,000 witnesses at Etihad Stadium and millions watching globally. The crowd erupted, not merely due to the defeat, but because it represented lightning that shattered illusions, dismantling Rousey's invincible image before the entire planet. The aftermath transcended simple defeat. It constituted psychological devastation, from which recovery appeared nearly impossible. In post-contest interviews, Rousey refused acknowledging reality, offering excuses: concussion, rapid weight reduction, insufficient rest, even blaming pre-contest medical examinations. "I wasn't at my best," she stated casually on television, her expression vacant. Yet truth remained stark and merciless. Holm proved superior, not only technically, but strategically and in preparation. Rousey's refusal accepting this reality wasn't merely oversized ego, it revealed a fractured mentality, an arrogant personality unprepared to learn from defeat. After over 12 months absent from competition following Holm's devastating kick, Rousey returned at UFC 207 with burning determination to reclaim her championship. This contest wasn't merely about recovering the bantamweight title, it represented a battle to salvage her reputation. Her opponent, Amanda Nunes, possessed razor-sharp striking, explosive power, and unsettling composure. Nunes was recognized as one of the most complete fighters in women's MMA history. At T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, with 20,000 fans and millions watching, the world anticipated triumphant redemption from Rousey. Instead, within the opening seconds, harsh reality emerged. Rousey charged forward with her familiar approach, attempting to close distance for her signature submission. Nunes provided no opportunity. With fluid movement and pinpoint accuracy, Nunes maintained distance, rendering Rousey's aggressive style completely ineffective. Each of Nunes' strikes landed cleanly, from jabs that staggered Rousey to devastating hooks that sent her reeling. Just 48 seconds into combat, a barrage from Nunes left Rousey crumpled, dazed, and defenseless. The arena fell silent. No applause, no chanting, just chilling quiet and disappointed stares. Some fans actually booed as Rousey departed, head bowed in silence. Following her UFC disgrace, Rousey transitioned to professional wrestling with WWE, initially welcomed as a genuine star. Her judo background and UFC fame quickly made her a focal point in major events like WrestleMania. Initially, she thrived, delivering impressive performances with radiant confidence. It seemed she had rediscovered her spark after the darkest chapter, but that illumination dimmed quickly. Once again, Rousey's ego destroyed her progress. Unable to handle criticism, a natural element of WWE's theatrical presentation, she lost professional composure. At the 2019 Elimination Chamber event, in an impulsive moment, she shattered professional boundaries, publicly declaring wrestling fake and berating audiences as ungrateful. "I'm not here to entertain you," she shouted during a promotional segment, voice brimming with rage. This outburst struck like a dagger to the WWE community's heart. With those reckless words, Rousey not only insulted fans who offered her a second opportunity, but betrayed the craft's fundamental spirit. Today, Rousey exists as a cautionary tale echoing through social media platforms. Memes mocking Holm's fateful kick or Rousey's feeble excuses still populate Twitter and Reddit, lingering like shadows that relentlessly recall her dramatic collapse. Yet her story isn't entirely shrouded in darkness. Her legacy remains undeniable. As a pioneer who elevated women's MMA to the global stage, she opened doors for fighters like Amanda Nunes, Valentina Shevchenko, and Rose Namajunas. Rousey's narrative serves as an expensive lesson. Talent and fame can never substitute for humility and willingness to learn. The moment you believe you're untouchable becomes the moment you begin losing everything.